How's it going, people? Stevie here. Got another video for you on the FMCA scammers. This is part 4. I believe this is going to be a short one. So I'm going to try and cover off another character that Kim has been mixed up with, or should I say heavily linked with, for quite a while. She even made him the ambassador of the trust. So we're going to go into that in just a few minutes. And there he is, Thomas J. Melville. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of him if you're in the life force. He's been in a lot of the meetings, the Zoom calls. So just covering off quickly what we did in the last video. We covered off the Liberia scam. So basically Kim with a Manna World Holding Trust team attempted to confuse Liberian finance officials, finance officers, and require the country SWIFT codes, but they got caught and a few of them got arrested. Again, I mean, they tried to move small amounts, and it is small amounts for the figures that were being mentioned, 32 million, but they got stopped by the Fed in transaction, where they would have been able to take quite a lot of money. That would have been their money, 32 million pounds or dollars, would have been their 1 or 2% that they tried to take, but it got stopped. Now, if Kim had a super duper computer, quantum computer, how can someone like the Fed stop these transactions? She'll probably give you some bullshit on a whiteboard and explain how it gets stopped. But if she's got a computer that's, you wouldn't even find anywhere on this planet, probably off planet, but she can't stop out of date software from transferring money back to them. So yeah, what is the question? That's the question. Why is this computer she's using, if it exists, which we clearly know it doesn't exist, because she's a compulsive liar, psychopath. So people need to really really understand what this woman is like. People she's worked with, people she's still working with. Remember, they're feeding information to us. She's not very nice at all. She can be, and she has been in the past, but the stress and the anxiety's kicked in, and now she's shown her true colours. And people say she's been replaced by clones and whatever. You can think whatever you want to think. At the end of the day, the entity we call Kim Goguen is a scammer, and she has been doing this well before she even made herself public. So you think what you want to think, but you just got to look at all the evidence, and then look at the evidence she's put forward. The balance is massive in our favour of how much we've put forward to what she's put forward. So she thinks her little whiteboard drawings is evidence. Come on, people. Is that what you want? So if someone comes up to you and says, I've got this person's done this and that person's done that, well, where's the evidence? So people don't ask for evidence anymore. If they do, they ask the ones that are so-called attacking her to provide evidence. Well, what evidence has she proved or shown? Zilch. That's exactly what it is. Now, just let's get into a bit more now, actually. Let's make this screen a bit bigger. So this is something I forgot to cover in the last one. It's another document of stacks of documents that we're being provided with, just showing you again the FMCA code. Kim using the BIS a number again, which in another video we'll go through that. The fact that BIS themselves have actually mentioned that the Manna project, that's what she's part of, is basically they're fully aware of Kim using BIS on many documents, and it's fraudulent because they do not get involved with stuff like this. Absolutely do not. So what she's doing here is basically fraud and misleading people, especially countries. So let's take a little look about this this document. Again, clearly Manna World Holding Trust, mentioning the FMCA code. She's saying that she's the trustee and signatory, but she's never shown anything on that. Do you really believe this trust exists? Where does it exist? If she's the signatory of it, and also she's controlling bunkers full of gold. Get in there then, Kim. Take some pictures, take some video of you lifting up massive bullion gold bars. You won't, because you don't follow up with the goods. That's as simple as that. So here we go. Kim again, Swift code not applicable, blah blah. 20,881,875,000 US dollars to be precise. Fortunately, we do not know where that bit goes to. Some of the sources have left that bit of information out. I guess it's to protect their own area or their own identity. But we got document 3 and document 4 of this. Shame. It would be nice to know where it's been sent to, that, or where they tried to use it. All we know is that this was in May 2018. So the main purpose of this video is we wanted to go into Thomas J. Melville. Now, we've covered him with associates, and the fact that Thomas J. Melville's been mixed up with some characters, as you know. Michael Bagley is one of them, and he's also been in the Principality, Snake Hill, fake central bank. We can go back and watch that video if it's up to you. But she's made him head of, basically, and head of a section of the Manna World Holding Trust, or the trust. Made him ambassador. So here we go. Look, Central Bank American People, National Development and Infrastructure Fund, Diplomatic Country, FMCA, aka No Country and Unknown Country Itel, formerly Manna World Holding Trust, Kimberly and Goguen, Principal, Custodian, Trustee, Signatory. So the purpose of this agreement is to appoint Thomas J. Melville as the ambassador agent to the United States of America in order to facilitate certain special projects under my directive as ambassador agent to the United States of America. Your responsibilities include, but are not limited to, liaising with various heads of state and government departments, NGO, public-private partnership organizations, and private project owners in order to create global economic and geopolitical stability and economic growth amongst the United States of America and nations of the world. So clearly she's mentioning here about the master country code again. She talks about the recitals of the project funding. Here is principal and provider of the sovereign asset and private project funding. Has designations and objectives of supporting humanitarian efforts, global economy recovery, geopolitical stability, infrastructure, environmental, blah, 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 blah. Well, where's this bit here? I want to go into. It's a little bit further down. So here you go. Whereas ambassador agent and conducted extensive due diligence as to the assets and the directives of the principal, has a basic understanding of the objectives and principles, that has offered cooperation assistance when requested by the principal, by her. So the main thing I wanted to show you in this document, because this is laughable, this bit. So these are some of the points that his role is in this. Point C. In order to achieve assigned task, the trust, utilizing its global clearances and its intelligence arm, duly registered as a global intelligence agency, has registered you under its umbrella, assigning you a cosmic clearance in the United States of America and a global clearance level 64. This clearance shall be maintained as long as your position with the trust remains intact, or unless it is misused in any way. I'm sorry. Cosmic clearance level 64. It's funny because Thomas Williams was promised that only him and Kim had level 64 clearance, cosmic clearance, which is sky high, miles above president level. And he said that there was only 2 people on this planet that's got cosmic clearance level 64. It's the trustee and me. So he's been lied to there. And this document is 2019. He said he had this clearance for a long time. And he's known Kim well at the beginning of 2016. But when he took over as a spokesperson for Manna World Holding Trust, she promised him this. And the funny thing about it is that he's never really used it. He gave us a few UFO or secret documents back from 1950 of Roswell, but he doesn't really know it. He forgot that people remember these stories and have found exactly the same documents on the internet that was produced by other truth movements. So he said he was given this classified information from Kim, and the fact that he's got access to it because he's level 64, and all this stuff was already on the internet. So his level 64 does jack shit. That's Thomas's favourite word, jack shit. I just find it absolutely amazing and funny that some people with intelligence take this seriously. So Thomas J. Melville's got this clearance as well now. So she's trusted him with level 64 clearance after being mixed up with Michael Bagley and Leo Wanta for fake central banks in parts of Australia. It's just unbelievable. And if many listening to this will be going, because it's Team Bubba, Team Bubba's bullshit. It's not, because you can listen to Thomas Williams's shows, and he mentions it in there. He's actually feels proud that he's level 64, but it's just a load of old bullshit that comes up that Kim. And how can these people believe it? Or they're just part of it. They're just actors. It's one or the other. But I just find this is hilarious. And the reason why I'm putting this into this scammers part is the fact that they are using the FMCA code for everything. Remember, this goes back to as far as like other teams trying to scam people. Fernando Marcos, the fake Ferdinand Marcos, son, he believes, Angel Marcos guy, Winston Stroud. They're all using it. Kingdom of Manna, which we'll go into in the next video. They're using this, and everyone sees this code and goes, it's got to be real. So there's another little bit here. Section 4, Assignment of Principles. Thomas J. Melville, Ambassador contacts relating to technologies and bank government contracts, operators, and other intellectual properties of the trust. So technology. So when Kim keeps going about, she's got all these technologies that she's access to, and I just find it hilarious that none of us has ever seen any technology. It's supposed to be technology that has been on this planet for thousands of years, which is miles advanced than what we've got. But she's never really put it to use, apart from the quantum computer that she's got, which maps all DNA on this planet. Oh, God. There's a little bit. So I'm going to... This document will be made available, but you can pause the video, of course, and read it yourself. So he's using his own company, a Phoenix Global Corporation. So he's using his own company to deal with some of this crap. It goes on and on. So here we go. Get a few signatures, sticks a passport on there. So they use this document to say, like, whenever Thomas goes up to a company or country that he's representing the trust to try and scam some more money, I suppose. These are the kind of documents that are presented to these countries, and they'll go probably laugh at it and say, this is just ridiculous documents. Anyone can knock these up. Look Kim back then, eh? Look at her today. Well, there's rumours that she's had a lot of surgery done. Who's paid for that? I won't say any more on that. Anyway, yeah, so here comes his signature with his little smug face on there. I just find this hilarious. I really do. Okay, so the last bit I want to cover on this is a letter being sent to the President of Republic of Cyprus on the 5th of September, Mr. Nikos Anastasidas. Let's call it that. Probably some of you won't be able to say his name. Okay, so this is I'm not going to read all this, but it says, I'm in receipt of your funding request for development and infrastructure projects within the Republic of Cyprus. Further, I acknowledge you have discussed various specific projects with our representative. I wonder who that could be. Probably it's going to be Lewis E. Taylor III, because he does a lot of this, which are currently in discussion within the government and Republic of Cyprus, and we are agreeing to fund those projects. Please be advised, Manna World Holding Trust is committed to the independence of Republic of Cyprus. Manna World Holding Trust is also committed to bilateral trade agreements between ourselves and your good selves. Manna World Holding Trust is registered fully within the intelligence network and the financial system as an operational sovereign entity. Therefore, any agreements with us shall be registered as treaties under the international law. Our international sovereign registration is FMCA. There you go. And was obtained in 1948. In 2012, the trust was consolidated under one umbrella, with the trustee custodian of all former trustees were removed at that time. Yeah, she hacked off his head, she claims. So there you go. There's another one that Kim sent out. Clearly he's got a name on there and everything. But yeah. So Thomas J. Melville, clearly deep involved with all this bullshit. And of course he's heavily involved with all of the life force crap, and we will be going into that at some point with the Lewis E. Taylor and the Assemblies, which he has completely made a mockery of. Anyone that's in those assemblies, you just got to look at the people that are running it. They're running them down, and I've been led to believe that some of these assemblies existed well before Kim got into it, and now she just completely ripped it apart. different countries, from Scotland right through to parts of Africa. We've had comments from India saying they're part of India Assemblies, and they're saying, is it really true? Are we going to get funding? Can you tell us? You just got to watch our videos, make your own mind up. Right, that's it for this one. The next one will be covering the Kingdom of Manna, and then there'll be one more after that to close this FMCA scammers off. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Please leave comments below. Keep it nice and clean, and then if you do, we'll get back to you. Take care now. Bye bye.